What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Got a phone for y'all today. What's up, Alexis? Y'all come on in. What's up, Sean? Y'all come on in. Come on in. We gonna have some fun with this one today. What's up, Tony? What's up, Jevin? Get situated here. Y'all come on in. Come on in. What's up, Astrid? Alright, we'll give him another minute, y'all. We're gonna go and get started. We're gonna go and jump into this one. We're gonna go and jump into this one. What you said, Jill? The way you say my name so country. Well, yeah. I'm from the South, homie. We got country slang going on down here. It's all slurred and shit. Yeah, Alexis, we gonna get us some here. Yeah, come on in. Alright. Well, let us begin. Yeah, come in when they come in. Today's lecture is on the Windu and Jundas or Kundas, originally known as the Kundas. They Jundas now, but they was originally known as Kundas. So what we got going on here? The Windu and the Kundas were originally ancient Jedi lineages. Alright? Now, they give you these two characters in Star Wars. They give you the character played by Samuel Jackson, and his name is who? Mace Windu. Then they give you another character in the video game they just came out with, Fallen Order, not too long ago. Her name is who? She played by Deborah Wilson, and her name is Junda. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on. This is what you got going on here. Let me tell you what they names mean. First, see, there's a bloodline lecture. What is blood? Blood is liquid soul, or liquid plasma, as they call it. It's liquid soul. And a bloodline is the continuation of that liquid soul over multiple generations. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Annabelle? What's up, Antonio? So that's what a bloodline is. Blood is nothing but liquid soul, and the bloodline is nothing but the continual genetic evolution of that particular liquid soul. You see what I'm saying? As it grows, its pains, its sufferings, its regenerations, all that. You see what I'm saying? The struggles, the triumphs, the victories. You see what I'm saying? Everything. All this included in your what you call DNA, which is your library of your liquid soul, or what we call bloodline. You also have soul line, which is your soul itself's ancient origins, which we all know has no beginning, no ending. But it all had to, pretty much it had an origin point in the pleroma, primordial realm. You see what I'm saying? We all know that. You see what I'm saying? So let us continue. And we are what? They said we are children of the Most High, or seeds of the Most High, when in actuality we are thoughts of the Most High. We are individual expressions of it, and it is living through us as as a symbiotic harmonic relationship. You see what I'm saying? This source energy, you see what I'm saying? This source intelligence, this primordial intelligence that's inside of us, primordial unified intelligence, to be precise. So that's what you got going on. We talk about poor Mandriz, or Ku, the invisible deities behind the deities. It's the original primordial unified intelligence that's our souls are composed of. You see what I'm saying? So it went on within itself, and it found us. Its particular celestial neurons in our souls. You see what I'm saying? Individuals' expressions and thoughts and personalities of it. See what I'm saying? That's why your soul is immortal consciousness. You see what I'm saying? So what's up, Colleen? So yeah. So now we got that out of the way. Now we know what a bloodline is. Let us continue. We got the characters Mace Windu and Junda. If you've never seen them, they look like this. They look like this. If you've never seen them, of course, I'm quite sure you've seen Mace. But for the video and lecture purposes, I'm going to put them on screen here. This is what Mace Windu look like. This is what Junda look like. Y'all may have seen them on my picture. You see what I'm saying? So Junda, black woman, boom. Mace Windu, black man, and then a picture with them together. Boom. See what I'm saying? This is what you got going on. This is what you got going on. We're going to discuss who they are, what their lineages are, and how this all works. So now we know who they are. Let's continue. What do their names mean? Mace actually comes from the Sumerian language. Actually, Mace is a Sumerian term for, or later day term for, Sharur, which is the talking magical hammer that Ninurta wields in Sumerian mythology. You see what I'm saying? And the prototype to Mjolnir, to Thor's mcjnetwork later on in the Norse mythologies. Well, the original version of it is Sharur, the original talking magical hammer. You see what I'm saying? What's up, V? What's up, Kenya? So this original talking magical hammer. So they telling you right there that Mace Windu is the champion warrior. You see what I'm saying? The champion war god, the Heru energy. Because this hammer was used as a form of protection. You see what I'm saying? It was used as a form of protection. Because it can also shapeshift into the winged lion in Sumerian mythology, which is known as the Lamasu. You see what I'm saying? It's the wing. It's like a winged deity. And is known as a protection deity. So he's known as the champion protector or the great protector. Now, his name Windu comes from actually in the Malaysian language, this actually means tigress, which refers to the Tigris Euphrates River, which actually connects him to the goddess, the androgynous being Anki, A-N-K-I. You see what I'm saying? Not E-N-K-I, not the son, but the androgynous mother, father. An is the heavenly father, and Ki is the earthly mother. Anki. And they would go on to have children, and y'all would know them as the Anunnaki. You see what I'm saying? They would, you see what I'm saying? So now y'all see how all this connects. So they tell you right there that Mace Windu is an Anunnaki. You see what I'm saying? He's an Anunnaki. That's what he represents in the Star Wars universe. You see what I'm saying? He's what? Next to Master Yoda, he's the most powerful motherfucker in the Jedi Order. So he's the Jedi's champion. See what I'm saying? So now, next you got who? Seer Junda. Now the name Seer actually comes from the Roman god Ceres. Roman goddess Ceres, my bad, of grain, agriculture, and motherly love. You see what I'm saying? So her name Seer actually is a deity, Ceres, who is the Roman goddess of grain, agriculture, and motherly love. Then you got Junda. Now, what is Junda? Junda represents the Lithuanian goddess of war. You see what I'm saying? So Junda actually means war. So she's a war goddess. And she's a goddess of motherly love. You see what I'm saying? Because there's no more dangerous being than a mother protecting her child. You see what I'm saying? Or what interests us the most, but definitely her child. You see what I'm saying? So this you got going on here. So Seer Junda, she's a warrior goddess. You see what I'm saying? So this you got happening here. Now, Mace Windu rocks a purple lightsaber. Now I've talked about this in my Jedi and Sith Bloodline videos way back when. You see what I'm saying? I told y'all that the purple lightsaber represents the lightsaber's period represents the external alchemical process. It's the external representation of the alchemical process that you're going through. What's up, Yashra? So when and the colors represents the chakra rituals, lessons, and trials that they're going through. See what I'm saying? So in this case, his lightsaber is purple. So he's dealing with crown chakra lessons. Because he is what? Next to Master Yoda, he is head of the Jedi Order. See what I'm saying? So he's a magical protector. Because the crown chakra, you purely magical now. If you open up your crown chakra, you actually free, right? And your Kundalini awakened and came out of that crown chakra back into the Godhead, you're a free soul. So he's actually a magical protector, like I told y'all. And back then, I told them that the black man was represented by Mace Windu as magical protectors for keeping the spiritual balance on the planet, especially the American indigenous black man. You see what I'm saying? Now, for the black woman, I talked about Tara Saka. Seer Junda didn't exist at the time, but now that we got an actual living representation of the black woman in the Star Wars universe, we can talk about her energy. She rocks what? She rocks a green lightsaber. Now, what does green represent? Green represents the natural empathic lessons and forces of what? The heart chakra. So the black woman is dealing with heart chakra lessons now. Back then, it was solar plexus lessons. Solar plexus lessons, because y'all starting to tap back into your power and get to know it. Now it's heart chakra lessons, filtering out that heart chakra, healing it, regenerating it. Goddamn, getting into it with nature, both inside of you and outside of you. You see what I'm saying? Getting back to it, or what they said these days, get back to nature. You see what I'm saying? Get back to your own internal nature, and get back to nature. Get back to your earthly nature, which is Mother Earth's own visual representation of it, because we all know nature has secrets. And when you go into it and start to delve into those secrets, you can unlock many different abilities just from walking through nature, learning about it, and working with it. You see what I'm saying? Just how it is. What's up, Tasha? What's up, Patrick? That's just how it works. So that's what she's dealing with. She's dealing with the heart chakra. So the black woman is dealing with healing her heart chakra. You see what I'm saying? Regenerating their heart energy. And getting back in tune with that nature energy, that natural force, that living force. You see what I'm saying? So they can be, cause it's hard to wield a force with a broken heart. Of course, everybody know that, right? So when your heart is healed, when your heart is strong and balanced, then you can harness the force in its purest and most powerful form and do amazing things with it, of course. So that's what you got going on with that. So that's what you got going on. So they parallel each other. And when you're dealing with Mace Windu, of course, you have a heart, but if you ain't got the intelligence to use that natural force to do what you need to do, then you're in trouble. But at the same time, what's a crown without his heart? You see what I'm saying? Without his feelings. You see what I'm saying? You ever met a king who didn't feel, who was just cold-hearted, hard-hearted? What? He usually what? Only cares about himself and let his nation suffer. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. So they balance each other out in their way. So that's what's happening. So now, who are these beings? You see what I'm saying? Who are these beings? You see what I'm saying? Well, where do they come from? You know, they don't make a mistake here. They don't make mistakes. I'm telling y'all that now. What's up, Lucy? They don't make mistakes with these characters that they give you. They gave you a motherfucking Mace Windu, who they put the head of the Jedi Order. Then they gave you a Seer Junda, who is also a Knight Master in her own right, doing her own thing. Now, both their storylines is powerful. You see what I'm saying? Mace Windu's path will lead him to fight Darth Sidious, in which he actually beat Darth Sidious. Seer Junda's path will lead her to fight Darth Vader, and she actually made Darth Vader bow. We're going to get to that in a moment. Now, where these ancient lineages come from? We'll start with the Windu lineage. In ancient times, the Windus lived in the southern United States of America, which is the southeast, right? But in what we call today Mississippi, and were spread all across the southeast. Mississippi and the southeastern region of the U.S. is portrayed as Harun Kal, the planet that Mace Windu is from in the Star Wars universe. And the Kalites were born extremely force sensitive, which is truth. You know anything about the southeastern region, the Creek Confederacy, the Yamasee, the Seminoles, the Washita, all them, you know that they were very powerful wizards, warrior wizards at that. They were very powerful. That's why in sports today, what's the most fucking dominant region? The SEC. You see what I'm saying? The SEC is the most dominant region because of them warrior priestesses. If you go to the South today, goddamn, they got a church on every block because they don't want those warrior priestesses, those warrior magi, those warrior Jedi waking up and realizing their force powers. You see what I'm saying? These beings have what? High midichlorian counts. What are midichlorians? Midichlorians are melanocytes and bosons in your physical body. See what I'm saying? Melanocytes, bosons, and gluons, because gluons are made up of is what bosons are made of, composed of. So melanocytes, bosons, and gluons, right? So that's what the midichlorians are composed of inside your body. So they know that people in the southeast are known for having high midichlorian counts. They are known for that shit. That's because they know that fucking, like I said, we talking about the birthplace of hoodoo, Alabama. Talking about the Creek Confederacy, the Seminole Nation, the Yamasee Nation. Goddamn, the Seminoles where? Mississippi, Georgia, fucking Yamasee, South Carolina, Florida, the Creek, Alabama, Tennessee. You see what I'm saying? And so the Washita, Louisiana. Then you had the indigenous beings in Arkansas. You see what I'm saying? So Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia. Though this is what Florida, and this is what composes of the Southeast, right? So this southern region. So we already know about New Orleans. We ain't even got to talk about that. So this energy, this spiritual force is strong in this region because these beings at the times. There you go, Alexis, the Gullus as well. These beings have high midichlorian counts, and they were magical warriors who can fuck you up. See what I'm saying? Who can fuck you up. Now, they tell you that the Haitian Revolution is the only successful revolution in history. That's bullshit. It was plenty successful fucking slave revolutions. How we know? Where all these fucking free people come from then? you couldn't enslave them all. They was prisoners of war, right? So where all these free beings come from then? There you go, Alexis Choctaws. Where all these free beings come from? These free nations that was free even in the time of what? Slavery. So-called slavery or wartime. The 400-year war we had with these motherfuckers, right? So you got this going on, and you like, damn, wait a minute now, what's happening here? What's happening is the southern region, they need to suppress this energy the most because they know motherfuckers will fuck you up just with their words, just by speaking it forth. So they tried to impose slavery the hardest in what? The South. You see what I'm saying? They tried to impose it the hardest in the South, because they could have set up their own ports in the North, but the North is a whole different kind of energy. You see what I'm saying? Then what? The South is what? The Fire Nation. What they told you in Naruto, the village hidden in the leaves, and what they had, the Will of Fire. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on. What's the capital of the nation? It actually used to be Birmingham. Then it moved to Montgomery. Then it moved to Atlanta. The energy bounces around between those three locations depending on what's going on. So it was Birmingham, then Montgomery, then Atlanta. They bounce around. Depending on the cycle, depending on the era. Right now it's Atlanta. So this is what you got going on. So these Windu guys, see what I'm saying? These master Jedi who had supremely high midichlorians. If you ever notice, they never really truly conquered they talk about the Trail of Tears, but that was only a certain group of the Red Indians, as they call them. But they never really fucked with the Black Indians. They never really truly conquered the Black indigenous beings. So the only thing they could do was wipe away their history to the best of their abilities. So they even tell you, we never really truly conquered them. We only suppressed them. There's a difference between suppression and conquering. Notice the difference. Suppression means we just block them for a little bit. Conquer means we have complete and total control over them. But that's not true. Obviously, it's not true. You can walk around and do whatever the fuck you want to do. Conquering means I can't do shit. I can't do nothing. Both mentally, physically, spiritually, soulfully, emotionally, sexually. I can't do none of that shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what conquer means. They won't let me do nothing unless they say I can do it. But suppress means I still have they blocking me on certain levels, but I still had a potential to rise up. So they only suppressed us for the past 400 years. See what I'm saying? What's up, Naya? So since they only suppressed us, we were still able to what? Rise up. So this is what they got going on here. This is what you got going on here with these Windus. See what I'm saying? These Windus. And their struggle. You see what I'm saying? Their struggles. These shamanic warriors. You see what I'm saying? These indigenous warriors. These magical warriors. These Jedi. So who were powerful with their force. And there's plenty. And I'm glad I dropped the Black Belt Hoodoo lecture to show y'all how powerful they was with their force. You see what I'm saying? Y'all want to know how powerful them hoodoo conjurers was, them Jedi conjurers was. Go check out their lecture, and I drop it in 3 hours. Then y'all know how powerful these motherfuckers was, even during the time of so-called slavery. shit, how the conjurers trigger the Civil War. You see what I'm saying? With their magic. You see what I'm saying? With their force. This is what you got going on here with these Windus. So yeah. But the Windus were mainly stationed, the Windu bloodline was mainly stationed in Mississippi. Today, the Windu bloodline is usually people with the last name W. You know, Williams, Washington, Wilson, and so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And guess what? Who they have play the character Junda? Deborah Wilson. Goddamn. Y'all think they don't know what the fuck they doing here? Deborah Wilson is a fucking Windu. And if you go research Deborah Wilson, she's a highly spiritual person from New York, cause the Windus everywhere now. You know, the Windus everywhere now, so all over the country. So, and it just had the W's, you know, it's other names as well. But just to show y'all what they was about. Just to show y'all what they was about. You see what I'm saying? So this you got going on with those Windus. See what I'm saying? They were highly advanced Jedi, protectors and guardians of the secrets of the Force and all the knowledge that came with it and power that came with it. And they were the initiators. They would go around the country picking up Force sensitive children, and unlike the Jedi Order, no, they don't take them away from their parents for life. That's bullshit. They will find them around 7 years old, because 7 years old is when your powers begin to manifest, because 7 is what? The crown chakra. You see what I'm saying? So you spend the first 6 or 7 years, the first 6 years of your life just getting to know and just enjoying Earth. And on the 7th year, your powers will begin to manifest, your Force powers. You see what I'm saying? So guess what? The Jedi would then, a lot of people would just take them to these particular groups, these particular shamans and Jedi orders. Remember, we had schools too, magical schools too, magical universities. Universities were originally metaphysical colleges. You see what I'm saying? Before they stripped the metaphysics, they don't teach the metaphysics, but the metaphysics is actually still in all the libraries of all colleges across the country. Every college has an occult science section. If you don't believe me, go over there, go to your favorite university, go to the library, walk around that motherfucker, and you'll eventually come across the occult section. They are not hiding that shit. I used to go to UAH, University of Alabama in Huntsville, and I used to rent occult texts. That's how I know that they have a whole occult section. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on. So the original universities were metaphysical colleges. You see what I'm saying? That's what we called them over here, because university, the root word university is what? Universe. So it was about the study of metaphysics, because metaphysics is the study of the universe, and the universe which is inside you. You see what I'm saying? Because as the universe, so the soul. So if you study in the universe, then you automatically study your soul. You see what I'm saying? That's the law of correspondence. Now, so these beings would, who were naturally gifted in the Force, they would either go and search them out. They call them Jedi Seekers. They would go and search them out and find them and bring them back to the colleges and train them from the age of 7 to 40, because we had long lives at this point. You see what I'm saying? From the age of 7 to 40, they would get trained in the ways of the Force, and then Demetrius, they would get trained in the ways of the Force, and at 40 they would become literal Jedi Knights. And from 40 to the time they die, they would upgrade the Master and Grandmasters and whatever. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what these Jedi Warriors was about. You had them over here too. Don't let them fool you. You just ain't have them in ancient Egypt and Sumeria. You had highly advanced magical schools in America as well. Them ancient mound builders is real. You see what I'm saying? Them Atlanteans, them Lumerians. You see what I'm saying? Atlanteans. You see what I'm saying? Olmecians, Incans. List goes on. The Chavin, the Norte Chico, all up and down the Americas. You see what I'm saying? The Americans. You see what I'm saying? The Americans. So this is the advanced ancestral bloodline. So the Windus are real, and they know this. They know this. So they had who? Samuel L. Jackson, who is a Junda play fucking Mace Windu, who is the other bloodline we're going to discuss today. He's a Junda. He's part of the Junda or the Kunda bloodline. You see what I'm saying? And Kunda is another way, is short for what? Kundalini, which we now get into their bloodline. Let me make sure I got everything here. Let's see. We're going to get to that later. Alright. I'm going to get to them later. Next, I'm going to talk about the Kundas. It's some more things I'm going to talk about with the Windus, and we're going to come back to that later. Next is Siljunda. Now, who are the Kundas? The Kundas are an ancient Assyrian bloodline from ancient India. Now, the Asuras are the original Titans in Vedic mythology. You see, before motherfuckers came along and started corrupting the mythologies and made the Devas the primordial gods, the heavenly gods. You see what I'm saying? But how? And they tell you that they were so fucking ruthless. They even relegated the Asuras to demigods. You see what I'm saying? Even though they was the first gods to be spoken of in all the ancient texts. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Davari? What's up, Cher? So they were the first gods to be spoken of in the ancient texts. You see what I'm saying? So how they the demigods and they the first gods? You see what I'm saying? They fucking with your mind. Nah, they the original Titans. The Asuras. They even had a little anime movie out some time ago. I can't think of the name of it, but it was about the Asuras showing how powerful they was. That motherfucker didn't even get. They made sure to keep that shit locked down. You see what I'm saying? They didn't get no love. They didn't get no love. You see what I'm saying? The people loved it, but the studios wouldn't endorse it because it was too powerful. You see what I'm saying? Them Kundas, you see what I'm saying? Them Asuras. You see what I'm saying? They lived in southern India and were masters of the Kundalini force. They were ancient Jedi protectors of their land. When Alexander the Great invaded India, these powerful Titans left and migrated west to the Americas. They also settled in the southern U.S. and Georgia, where they mixed with the Yamasee and other tribes across the southeast, including the Windus. You see what I'm saying? They have been here for at least 2,000 years and consider America their home. They were the ancestors who brought the Hindu chakra system and knowledge of Kundalini to America. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on. Also, you know, if y'all know anything about how the shit was broken up and Lemuria falling, the Asians and the Indians, who are all the same fucking people, were actually children of Lemuria. So we were originally, the Americans and the East Indians and Asians and all of them were originally Lemurians. You see what I'm saying? Before the land masses broke up and shit. You see what I'm saying? Before Lemuria sank and shit. You see what I'm saying? So we was all part of the Lemurian Empire. When it fell, then we became part of the Atlantean Empire. See what I'm saying? So we both. That's why we said we both, Lemurians and Atlanteans, right? So now you know that these Junda or Kunda came to the U.S. where they were settling in Georgia, Atlantis. You see what I'm saying? Or Atlanta as we know it today. See what I'm saying? And they would go on to mix with everybody, mix with all the tribes, the Creek, the Seminole, the Windus, and everybody else, and fuse together because they was also a powerful Jedi lineage. So the lineages fused together and became one. So you got the Junda, Samuel L. Jackson playing Mace Windu, and you got the Windu, Deborah Wilson, playing Siljunda. Now, in Star Wars, Windu represents the Windu tribe, and Junda represents the Junda tribe. Why is it Junda now instead of Kunda? What happened? Well, we all know as the languages changed and transformed, the letter J kicked out a lot of the other letters, like K, G, and H most of the time. Sometimes it was I as well, but most of the time it was J, G, and H. You see what I'm saying? Most of the time, those were the three letters that were usually replaced. and of course K in this case because it was Kunda. So a lot of letters were replaced with J. So Kunda transmuted to Junda, and so the last names for the Junda bloodline is what? Jackson, Jones, Johnson. You see what I'm saying? Jackson, Jones, and Johnson. And you know, you have other names as well, you know, that I wrote down for those Jedi lineages. Let's see here. I don't want to forget them. So you also got in their solar names or soul names. You got the Smiths, the Terrells, the Hills, the Phillips, the Powells, the Thompsons, the Hightowers, and it's various other ones as well, the Pattersons, and it's quite a few more who were ancient names. Like they tell you that your name, you don't have a name of your ancestors. That's bullshit. You do have a name of your ancestors. The problem is they selling your name into their economic system and legal system on them birth certificates. That's what the fucking problem is. That's what's really going on here. Now some names were changed because you know you had other beings who came over here, who they dragged over here for various purposes to build this nation. So their names were changed. You see what I'm saying? Their names were changed, and their children would take on their changed names instead of their actual names, and they'd be cut off from their lineage. That's also a true statement. Not saying that it's wrong, but the indigenous Americans who was already here, they never changed their names. How can you change the name of a people who are already here? You see what I'm saying? So Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Wilson, Smith, all those names that you hear so much of, how is it so current now? How is it that a whole nation have these names, these Withers and Franklin and all these last names, these common last names that everybody got? How do they have these last names or how are these last names so common if they weren't already here? You see, so you gotta think about that. They were already here. If they weren't native to this land, then you wouldn't be, then these names wouldn't be so common. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't be so prevalent. You see what I'm saying? You gotta think about that. These last names wouldn't be so prevalent. That's what they get us. That's the rope-a-dope. How about we just translated our Latin names into English? Maybe that's all we did. You know, maybe it's not as complicated as we think it is. We just translated our Latin names into English, but that's what the fuck we were speaking. It's kind of hard to call yourself Seclorium when you speak in English. You get called you get tired of calling yourself Seclorium. You gonna transfer Seclorium into something else eventually. All right, let's find an English name for that shit. All right, what's the English adaptation of this? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Order. You see what I'm saying? Oh, damn, order. That's it. We'll call ourselves order then. Shit. Hey, you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Simple. You gonna get tired of them. You gonna get tired of them. You see what I'm saying? So they just changed their names they just transformed their names from their original languages to English. That's all they did. They didn't take shit from us. How you gonna take shit from warriors? You see what I'm saying? They tell you that they got us locked down. They got us under this fucking illusion that they locked us down for 400 years. No, they suppressed us, you know, but they didn't conquer us on that level, or else we wouldn't be doing none of the shit that we doing. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Blake? So that's what you got going on here. That's what you got going on. Nah. We been about this. We been warring. Like I tell y'all, go look up Native American wars. They didn't fully so-called conquer the country until 1924. Like literally, this 2020, right? This 2020, so that's literally only 4 years off from 100 years. So they ain't even had the whole country to themselves 100 years yet. Think about that. Just sit there and think about that. They hadn't even had the whole country to themselves for a fucking 100 years. If you go and look up the Native American wars, them wars didn't end till 1924 when they annexed the final fucking state, which I think is either Alaska or Hawaii, one of the two, I forget. But y'all go check it out. Y'all can Google that. You see what I'm saying? So what they talking about here? slavery. No, prisoners of war. They made it to some prisoners of wars. Some people they captured, you know, had them work on their land. And to them hoodoo conjurers rebelled. Because they remember they were magicians too. They was wizards and started killing their asses. You see what I'm saying? And shit, all they asses, the whites, the Moors, and anybody else who was working to keep us locked down in this fucking cycle. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You had, let's see, you had whites, you had Moors, you had corrupt Native Americans, yeah, who was keeping slaves as well. They ass got poisoned too. They ass got poisoned too. A lot of red Indians were keeping slaves as well. They ass got taken out too. Why do you think they don't fuck with you like that? You see what I'm saying? Why do they think that? Well, if you go see some red Indians today, they look at you like you crazy because you wiped out a lot of their ancestors with poisons. And they still got that on the family tree. Oh, he was killed by he was killed by Joe Jackson around this motherfucker. And we had to hang his ass. But yeah. And so a lot of them still got their history, and that's why they hate you, because they know what you did to their forefathers and foremothers. And a lot of them lost their wealth because you burned down their plantations and big houses and all other places. And when you did that, they lost their wealth because they didn't have banks like that. They didn't have banks like that at the time. So their money was in their house, and their money got burned. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on. So that's what you got going on. So there you go, Jebby, Winston, Wood. It's plenty of names. You see what I'm saying? From the Windu lineage and the Unda lineage. Shit. Here we go on all day with the list of names. These common names that you hear all the motherfucking time. You see what I'm saying? You hear all the time. You see what I'm saying? Snipes. Let's see. You got another one. White. That's another one. Let's see here. Damn. It was on top of my tongue. Khan. Oh, Shaka Khan. That's beautiful. She took that name for a reason. See what I'm saying? That was another powerful name over here. So this is what you got going on. These ancestral lines. And my boy brother Wilson already told you about the Kenobi bloodline. So you go look at his videos for the Kenobi side of it. You want to know about the Kenobis. So he go in on it. So on here, I'm telling you about the Windus and the Jundas. You see what I'm saying? The Jundas were an ancient Assyrian bloodline that migrated from India over here, because all the masters of the universe started migrating west, because that's where the prophecy said that they should come for the Great Awakening during the prophesied time, doing what the Olmecs call Ha-Panuk, the age of the Phoenix, or the age of the Great Awakening, or Great Resurrection, or Great Regeneration. See what I'm saying? So they all had this prophecy all across the land. You see what I'm saying? They got them from us. They got those prophecies from us, and they kept those prophecies. And they told their descendants, when shit get real over here, take your ass to the west, to the Americas, because and don't worry, your bloodline gonna survive no matter what, through all this bullshit. And during at the prophesied time, you get your opportunity to resurrect, regenerate, and learn, and be part of the Great Awakening, which is what we're doing now. That's what you got happening. That's what you got happening here. That's what you got happening with the Jundas and the Kundas. You see what I'm saying? So they know what they're doing. How ironic that they picked Samuel L. Jackson, a Junda Knight, for Mace Windu to play that role, and they picked Deborah Wilson, a Windu Knight, to play Sil Junda for that role. You see what I'm saying? Who was the Junda Knight? You think they making this shit up? Hell no, they can't be making it up. That's too fucking coincidental. And they picked the black man and the black woman. Damn. What? I told you that Deborah Wilson was a spiritualist. Samuel Jackson was what? A Black Panther. You see what I'm saying? So they know what they doing. They playing around with this shit. They know what it is. They know what it is. So now let us continue here. Let us continue. So I was telling y'all. Let me see here. Let's see. All right, let me talk about what they was capable of. Yeah. Jedi Star Wars, we're going to start with Mace Windu. Mace Windu is capable of amazing things with the Force. Like, he was one of the most gifted Jedis to ever walk the cosmos. You see what I'm saying? Of course. He was fully loaded with abilities. He had an ability called Shatterpoint. He had of his philosophical fight style, Volpod. Let us talk about Volpod for a second. Check out what he says. Once again, reading from the book, Jedi vs. Sith, Essential Guides to the Force. Once more. Page 112. Let me tell y'all what he says here. He said, recover from the Great Holocron, which is a library of Force knowledge, right? The following recording by Jedi Master Mace Windu provides information about a specific variation of Form 7 and its dangerous connection to the dark side, melanin, made in 22 BBY. The recording also reveals previously unknown details about certain events during the Clone Wars. So check this out. Master Kiadi Mundi and Master Kola, this data tape has been sent directly to you as a precaution against separatist spies who have been attempting to intercept Republic transmissions. All members of the Council are aware that we've lost a great many Jedi in the 3 months since the Republic declared war against the separatists. Not only those who died in combat, but also those who have refused to serve as generals, instead choosing to abandon the order. Most recently, Sora Boke, who fought by our side on Geonosis, chose to leave for his family's estate on Ruhr, a moon of the Weequay homeworld of Shrilur. As a lightsaber instructor at the Temple, Sora trained and influenced many Jedi. When Quinlan Voss had to be retrained after the events that left his memory impaired, it was Sora who helped Quinlan regain his focus with the lightsaber. But on our recent mission to Liana, Master Stone, Yoda, and I learned that Sora had taught Quinlan a maneuver from a Form 7 variation known as Volpod. Obviously, I recognize Volpod because I developed it, so he developed this style. Quinlan claimed that Sora said nothing about Volpod and told me that he will not use the maneuver again. I sense Quinlan spoke without deceit, but his awareness of Volpod is disturbing, particularly since Sora Boat helped me develop the maneuver. Except for Deepa Balaba, I have never encouraged any other Jedi to adopt Volpod. Ki-Adi Mundi, you are aware that for me, Volpod is personal. To Adjunct Kolar, I shall explain. I developed Volpod to answer my own weakness and channel my inner darkness, melanin, into a weapon of the light, intelligence. To use Volpod, a Jedi must give himself over to the thrill of battle, enjoying the fight and the satisfaction of winning. A Jedi must also accept and embrace the fury of his opponent. This transformed a Jedi into a half superconducting loot, the other half being the power of darkness, which passes in and out of the Jedi without touching him. Volpod is more than a fighting style, it is a state of mind, a path that leads through the penumbra of the dark side. It is also not meant for any Jedi without my approval. So he told you what it is. Now, let us see him use Volpod in action. How about that? Let me put that there. Put that right there. Let's see him use Volpod in action. This is when he fought Star Cities. Let's see here. Check this out. Notice how lightning bounces back off of Mace Windu and starts hitting cities. So as you can see, the lightning bounced off Mace Windu and deflected back onto him. That's what he meant. What he said is a superconducting loop between you, your opponent, and your melanin. This transforms a Jedi into a half superconducting loop, the other half being the power of darkness, which passes in and out of the Jedi without touching him. Valpart is more than a fighting style, it's a state of mind, a path that leads through the penumbra of the dark side. So, in other words, you have your dark energy and the person's dark energy. You begin to suck up their darkness into you. It flows through you, and you return it back to them, plus your own energy, which creates a superconducting loop between you and them, which begins to fuck them up because you're sucking on their energy and having it pass through you, and you're hitting them with their own energy. You see what I'm saying? And you begin to hit them with their own energy, and they begin to weaken, which is what you just seen when he shot him with the lightning, and he started bouncing it back on him, and he started fucking him up with his own energy. You see what I'm saying? Mace Windu just blocked it, but and deflected it back with Valpart. Now, Mace Windu did this in episode 3. Tell me why they had Rey do it in episode 9 when she shot the lightning back at Sidious again. So they showing you this connection here. Every time Sidious uses this lightning, he get fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Darth Vader throws him into a shaft, and he gets vaporized. Because the lesson here is he never learned from his mistakes. He never would learn from his mistakes, and that would get him fucked up. So that was one of Mace Windu's abilities. Valpart. Now the other one, Shatterpoint. Check this out, what they say about that.
Video Expo, most unique and complex. Although used by both Jedi.
There we go.
As far as Force abilities go, the Shatterpoint ability is perhaps one of the most unique and complex.
What's up, Keisha?
Although used by both Jedi and Sith, Shatterpoint was only available to those who had a natural, innate, and instinctive talent for it. This made the Shatterpoint Force ability accessible to only a handful of practitioners over the course of galactic history, with Jedi Master Mace Windu being perhaps most known for using this phenomenon. In this video expose, I will explain the Shatterpoint Force ability, describing both what it is and how powerful the ability could be. An ability known to be used since the Galactic Cold War, roughly 3,600 years before the Clone Wars, Shatterpoints were a complex and elaborate force phenomenon that were perceivable solely by those force users who were born with an inherent gift for the ability. Requiring deep focus and concentration, force users who were adept at using the ability could see Shatterpoints through the force that appeared as fault lines representing different pathways of action. In this regard, Shatterpoints could apply in two scenarios to benefit the Force user. The first was in situations and applied to events, while the second scenario involved the tangible physical world. In regard to the first scenario, wherein Shatterpoints could be perceived relating to situations, this is much more complex than the application to the physical world. In relation to events, Shatterpoints would show how situations and the people who were present within them fit together through the Force. In this application, the fault lines that would appear through the Force would represent different potential actions. This allowed the Force user to see which actions would make the connections between the people and situations most vulnerable. Having perceived where the vulnerability was, the practitioner could determine which action or strike would be the most effective to break the sheer planes of the Shatterpoint in useful ways. Many times, these Shatterpoints existed for only the briefest of moments, but could also provide extremely powerful results through only the slightest actions taken. For example, the Shatterpoint ability was used in this way when Mace Windu used it to determine the Shatterpoint of Palpatine during their duel in Revenge of the Sith. Although Mace was able to determine that Palpatine's Shatterpoint, or course of action that would leave the Sith Lord the most vulnerable, was his trust in Anakin, and thus to strike at that trust would undo the Sith Lord's plan, the dark side clouded the full extent of the vision, causing Mace to fail to understand Anakin's Shatterpoint as well. Therefore, used to perceive the fault lines connecting people and situations, and where the vulnerabilities were between them, the Shatterpoint force ability was extremely powerful. Within the second scenario, wherein Shatterpoints could be applied to the physical world, this application was much more straightforward. When applied to physical items, the Shatterpoint ability worked in the same way as previously discussed, but the fault lines would determine where the weak points were in the item's physical composition. Having located the areas of weakness within the physical composition, the Shatterpoint practitioner could then use the Force or their lightsaber to strike at the weak point to destroy it. In this way, the Force ability would discover the physical item's literal Shatterpoint, the point that would cause it to break into multiple fragments. This was an extremely powerful ability, as it could be used to shatter material that would otherwise be nearly indestructible, such as pure Mandalorian iron. So there we have it, what the Shatterpoint force ability is, and why it was considered.
There y'all go. Now I want to show y'all it in action. The Shatterpoint in action. Let me see here. There we go. Let's see. Check it out.
Great job getting rid of those cannons. Now we have a more difficult objective. We must take the capital and free this world. Take cover! Bring out the lightning squadron. Get the engine back. I'm gonna clear the road.
Did y'all see that? Let me do it one more time.
Now we have a more difficult objective. We must take the capital and free this world. Take cover! Bring out the lightning squadron. Get the engine.
You see how he used his Shatterpoint force ability to crack that little point in the glass and shatter it? That's what he meant by Shatterpoint. I want to give y'all the example of that. What's up, you Zach? So yeah. So this is how powerful these motherfuckers were. He beat the baddest motherfucker at that time that Yoda couldn't even beat. You know, he beat Darth Sidious at that time. Yoda couldn't even beat him. So Yoda was the Baphomet. So they showing you who the baddest motherfucker was. It was Mace Windu, of course. Now, let's talk about Sil Junda. You know, so we now know how powerful he was. Volpart, Shatterpoint, and he was just overall bad motherfucker. At the end of the day, he was just overall bad motherfucker. Now let's talk about Sil Junda. Sil Junda, how powerful was she? Now, before I go on, I want to say that both of them had a connection to both the dark and the light sides of the Force. So they were way more powerful than the average Jedi and the Sith, because they can harness both sides of the Force. You see what I'm saying? They just weren't picking and choosing. See what I'm saying? So alright. So with Sil Junda was very powerful as well. This is also a bad motherfucker. Like, she literally made Darth Vader bow with her Force energy, which we about to show you here. Hold on. Let me show you what she did. She harnessed her Force and made that motherfucker bow. And he's supposed to be the third baddest motherfucker in Star Wars, right? Next to Sidious and Yoda. Let's see here. Alright, here we go.
Reese, I'm here. Heading towards the surface. Be ready. I have the holocron. See her.
Ah, damn.
Surrender the holocron.
I'll never give it to you.
We shall see.
I won't let you take those children.
Just gotta make it a little brighter here. Try this again.
Surrender the holocron.
Oh, there's much more. There's much more.
I'll never give it to you.
We shall see.
I don't think you take those children.
Such hatred. You would have made an excellent Inquisitor.
She's stronger than that. No, no!
Strong with the dark side.
See her.
I can feel it inside of her.
See her. See her. Hey, listen to me. You still have a choice.
So as you can see, she's a bad motherfucker. Of course, she erected the force barrier y'all seen just now. But she harnessed up force. That shit was so strong, it made Darth Vader third baddest motherfucker in the Star Wars universe at that time bow. You see what I'm saying? And even he was impressed. He was like, God damn. She also had another force ability called force repulsion, where she can erupt her force out of her and fuck some shit up. And we're going to give you another example here. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Trilla was an apprentice.
No. No.
Show y'all there one more time. So she had force repulsion when she knocked some motherfuckers back. Shit, she fucked their ass up and killed them niggas. She killed everybody in the room except for her apprentice. That's how powerful she was. Also, let's see what else she had. What other abilities she had? Force barrier, force repulse. Let's see. She can take on legions of enemies. She whooped some ass in the game as well. I just couldn't find that one in a good scene. Because it was in-game. It was an in-game scene, so it wasn't an actual cut scene like I've been showing y'all. So yeah, so she was a bad mofo. She showed you she was a war goddess. How you know she was a war goddess and she was serious? The Roman gods of war. What she said, I will not let you take those children, cause that's motherly love. See what I'm saying? Cause their story arc was there was a holocron left with all the force-sensitive children in the galaxy. And they retrieved it, and Darth Vader was trying to take it from them, and that's what the fight was about. Him trying to take it back from them so they couldn't rebuild the Jedi Order. So that's what was happening. So yeah, as you can see, she stood toe to toe with Darth Vader in both force, power, and skill. So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. These some bad motherfuckers here. These some bad motherfuckers. So these some ancient Jedi lineages, as y'all can see. As y'all can see. You know? And they showed you in episode 9 with Rey, she had all the Jedi inside her. She used Valpod to kill fucking Darth Sidious, which I found to be interesting. So all the abilities she could use in that moment, she used the Black Man's ability, the Windu Lineages abilities to defeat him. So she healed the rift that was created in episode 3 for the Jedi Order when goddamn Windu was betrayed by Anakin. You see what I'm saying? And what y'all gonna understand is, what's up, Michael? What y'all gonna understand here is, during that time period, during the Empire's time period, there was only 3 lineages left. The Windu lineage, the Junda lineage, and the Skywalker lineage. Let's see here. Let's get into that. We'll start with the Skywalker lineage and get that over with. Skywalker lineage start with Yoda, the Baphomet. And Sophia is Yaddle, who was the previous Grand Master. You can see her in Phantom Menace episode 1. So, but everybody was trained as younglings by Yoda. So everybody started with the Baphomet first. They gotta go through the occult crystals first. So, here we go. So, Mace Windu gets trained by Yoda and also Tarasa. Then he trains Deepa Billaba. Deepa Billaba turns to the dark side, which you're gonna notice that's a theme. She turns to the dark side, but she also takes an apprentice who is known as Kanan Jarrus or Caleb Doom. He takes on the alias Kanan Jarrus, and he goes on to teach Ezra Bridger. And in their storyline, they stop the Emperor from getting his hands on a portal, a keystone portal to allow him to go into the world between worlds and alter time. So these are powerful lineages here. Now, then I went with the Windu timeline first, didn't it? That was the Windu lineage. My bad. Well, that was the Windu lineage. We'll go with the Skywalker lineage next. But so the Windu lineage. So we did Yoda, Tarasa, Mace Windu, Deepa Billaba, Kanan Jarrus or Caleb Doom, and Ezra Bridger, and they stopped this motherfucker from accessing this portal to alter time. This is how powerful these lineages are. Then you got the Skywalker lineage. We'll say the Skywalker lineage for last. How about it? You got the Junda lineage, who also starts with Yoda, and then you got Jedi Master Cordova, who is Sil Junda's master. Then Sil Junda, then Trilla turns to the dark side. So next he takes on Cal Kestis, who is the guy you seen in the TV show as an apprentice. And so they go on to stop the Empire from getting their hands on the Force sensitive children. So they wouldn't go around them taking them out and killing them. Cause if they didn't join the Empire, they would assassinate them. So they saved the whole generation of kids. So you know what I'm saying? What's up, Daniel? So they saved the whole generation of kids in this particular scenario. So that's what the Junda bloodline did. Now we get to the Skywalker bloodlines. The Skywalker bloodline starts with Yoda, once again, Count Dooku, Qui-Gon Jinn. Then you get Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then you get Anakin, and Anakin trains Ahsoka Tano as well. Now, Anakin turns to the dark side. Notice these similarities between all 3 lineages. Anakin turns to the dark side. So Obi-Wan then takes on who? Luke Skywalker. Obi-Wan gets killed before he completes Luke Skywalker training, so he sent to who? The Baphomet. Because everybody got to go through the occult crystals at some point. Everybody got to go through the occult crystals. So everybody's trained by the Baphomet on some levels, because he trains everybody as younglings. So Lucifer goes to the Baphomet for training. He learns what he needs to learn, and then he goes and battle who? Darth Vader, who is Anakin at this point. He was turned to the dark side and has the Osarian storyline, death and rebirth. See what I'm saying? He died as Anakin and came back to life as Darth Vader on the dark side of the Force, fucking shit up. So they battle. He beats Vader, but then he gets fucked up by Sidious because he refused to join him, who was Set or Soot, and then Vader throw his ass down the shaft. That's how he got killed the second time. Now, Lucifer or Luke goes on, continue to train. He trains Leia. Leia trains Rey, and Rey also fucks up Set or Soot. In episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, and she takes on the name. She was Rey Palpatine, or the palpitations of the heart, and she takes on the name who? Skywalker. The crown chakra. She's a Skywalker now. She's in a crown. Plane walker. You see what I'm saying? Star walker, as is also known. When you at your crown, you walking through the cosmos now because you won with the cosmos. So that's what you got going on. So I'm gonna assume that Rey Skywalker now would go on to train Finn because he awoken to the Force, just like Luke trained Leia when she awoken to the Force. Because that's her duty as a Jedi, right? To train more Jedi in the ways of the Force. So it began with the black man and it ended with the black man. so definitely. Because at the end of the day, even though Rey never met Mace Windu or Sil Jr., all their bloodlines were inside her by episode 9, right? All the ancestral forces of the Jedi were inside her. And she clearly showed her she could access their abilities. You see what I'm saying? Their powers in that moment. When she channeled Mace Windu's energy, and Mace Windu finished what he started through her with his Volpar when he vaporized cities. She didn't vaporize cities. Mace Windu vaporized cities through her. You see what I'm saying? That's the secret there. You see what I'm saying? I wish I tried to download that motherfucker before I got here, but you know, y'all gonna see the movie if y'all want to. Quite sure y'all all have seen the movie. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, she vaporized shit out of cities at that point. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. So they showing you and like I said, she gonna go on to train Finn. Who is who? Honest, Unki, E-N-Key. You see what I'm saying? The Babylonian fish deity. You see what I'm saying? Of the underworld, the Great Awakener. Who is Finn? Finn is the Great Awakener because the Force didn't awaken till he awoken and began to walk the path. And he was what? A stormtrooper. And so the stormtrooper did what? What a stormtrooper does. Brave the storm. Walk the path and fight the good fight. So, and his reward for walking the path to fight the good fight was he awoken to the Force. So now he has an opportunity to become a what? Jedi. You see what I'm saying? A true and living Jedi. He was already the living Jedi because if it wasn't for him being brave enough to rebel against the First Order and become the Jedi, and begin to brave the storm. You see what I'm saying? The bullshit that was going on at the time, to fight through it. If it wasn't for him, there would have been no episode 8 or 9 or 7, because shit would just be going on as a status quo. So the Force chose him because he was the true and living Jedi, or true and living Great Awakener for this time period. See what I'm saying? Episode 9 represents judgment, completion. Everything else is going to be on a new cycle from this point on when they make movies. But it represents completion of the last days, the last cycle. So you see what I'm saying? And so Finn was the last inheritor of the Force. You see what I'm saying? He was the last Great Awakener of the Force. He went and awoken everybody, and in turn, he awoken to the Force itself. Even though he was channeling the Force the whole time, he just didn't know it. See what I'm saying? He told you that in Rise of Skywalker, and we see him. He was tapping in at the end. So there you go. So it ended. It started, like I said, with the ancient Windu lineages and Black Man, and it ended with the Black Man. And who else had the Force? You had Finn, and then you had Jannah, who was Inanna. See what I'm saying? They was a pair. You see what I'm saying? He taught her about the Force, even because she awoken it inside of her as well. You see what I'm saying? You see what's happening here? So Mace Windu and Sil Jr. reincarnated as Finn and Jannah. You see what I'm saying? Unki and Inanna. You see what's going on here? See what I'm saying? We always continuously incarnate. Why did they come back? They came back to experience Ha-Panut, the Great Awakening, the Age of the Phoenix. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. That's what you got going on. And what happened at the end of the movie? They destroyed the system. You see what I'm saying? They all work together to destroy the system so they can usher in a new age. So that's what the whole Star Wars mythos is about. That's what the whole Star Wars mythos is about. And that's what these ancient lineages is about. So the Kunda bloodlines and the Windu bloodlines have reactivated for this time period to finish up, to destroy this matrix during the last days, the last cycles, so that we can all usher in a new age. Welcome to the new age, as we said. And we've done it. We've destroyed the old age because the Piscean energy ended March 12, 2020. Completely. It stopped. When the system stopped, it stopped. They trying to reactivate the system now, but we all know it'll never be the same. Ain't shit they can do at this point to tell us that this shit gonna be the same. It'll never be the same. Why would you want it to be the same? We just worked our ass off to get you out the simulation. You see what I'm saying? This Piscean, this old corrupt Piscean frequency. So from now on, no matter what they do, they know that it'll never be the same. So that's what you got going on. That's what you got going on. So these bloodlines still active. Like I said, Williams, Wilson, Washington, Jackson, Jones, Johnson, Phillips. You see what I'm saying? Hightower, so on and so forth. It's funny. My father's last name was William. My mother's last name was Jones. You see what I'm saying? So I inherit both the Windu and the Junda/Kunda bloodlines. See what I'm saying? That's because what do these Jedi do? They birth powerful force sensitive children, which of course they birthed me, who was a star seed. This is how it works. You see what I'm saying? This is how it works. They birth very powerful star seeds, so these star seeds can come and usher in the new age. See what I'm saying? But they gotta first find themselves. That's the catch. Now you gotta find out who you are. You see what I'm saying? You gotta find out who you are before it's too late. You see what I'm saying? And this shit ends. So if you can find out who you are and begin to take up the torch and walk the path, you good. You good. You do what needs to be done, and you can enjoy your life. Every high spiritual person I know right now is enjoying life, while everybody else suffering, struggling, panicking, because they don't know what the fuck to do. You see what I'm saying? They don't know what the fuck to do right now. They scared. And they should be scared, because we've been warning their ass for 120 years that this was gonna happen. They ain't listen. Now, fucking the universe that came and slapped their ass in the face with disrupting their regularly scheduled program. So now they got to pay attention. They got to pay attention to what's going on. So now that we got that out the way. Y'all now know who they are. Y'all now know what they're capable of. Y'all now know their powers. Now, how about we get into some activation spells? How about that? I got an activation spell for y'all, so y'all can tap into y'all inner Windu and in the Junda, Kunda, and all the other ancient bloodlines. Kenobi, the Kenobi bloodline, the Jin bloodline, the Dooku bloodline, the Tano bloodline or the Taino bloodline, the Doom bloodline or the Jerian bloodline. Then you got the Anunnaki bloodlines, who in Star Wars is also known as Kuran, the Runnian bloodline. That's the African, that's our Nubian counterparts. You see what I'm saying? Kuran. Then you got Anakin. Anakin is the Anakim, the Anunnaki. Then you got the Asian, who was who? Sharut Imwe, the Imweyan bloodlines. You see what I'm saying? They putting it in your face. They literally putting this shit in your face. You see what I'm saying? I am with the Force, and the Force is with me. You see what I'm saying? He said it all the time. And then what Donnie Yen said in the movie, so he represented the Imweyan bloodline, the Asians. You see what I'm saying? So they telling you what it is. They telling you what it is. Of course, we already know the European bloodline. That was the Dooku. That's the Dooku bloodline right there. So yeah. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Of course, the Skywalker bloodline. The Skywalker bloodline is universal. Anybody who fucking opens up their crown chakra is a Skywalker or a Starwalker. You see what I'm saying? Anybody who does the work is a Skywalker. You see what I'm saying? Who do the internal work, had their Kundalini awakening, and rise up out of their chakras is a Skywalker or a Starwalker or a Plane Walker. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on. That's what you got going on here. Now, how about we get into this beautiful spell that these powerful ancestors came to me. They came to me this weekend. I was gonna do another lecture. They stopped that shit. They stopped that shit. I was looking for videos for the lecture. Them motherfuckers vanished. I couldn't even find the videos. And then on my way here, tell y'all how powerful this shit is. On my way here, I was at a 4-way stop sign, and I got the right of way, and I'm trying to make a left turn. A truck runs out in front of me. He runs the stop sign and almost hit me. But he got stopped in the road by my force energy, and I just drove around his ass and continued on to this point here where I'm doing the lecture. So I can broadcast this to y'all to show y'all how powerful this force energy is. And that motherfucker was in a big ass truck too. But he couldn't stop the energy. You see what I'm saying? This was supposed to be done because I was on my way to do this lecture. So they know what they doing. They throw cars at you now. Best believe that shit. When you on a level like I'm on, when you master level and above, they start throwing cars at your ass. And you affecting the plane on this level, they throw cars at you. On the interstate not too long ago, motherfuckers threw a car at me, 70 miles per hour going the wrong direction on the interstate. The interstate now, not the highway, the interstate. 70 miles per hour going the wrong direction into incoming traffic. Fucking drone or robot, somebody driving the car like this. I seen his ass because I dodged out the way. The motherfucker was going. I was like, and he just kept going because I seen him at my rearview mirror or my side mirror. And he just kept going like he wasn't driving on the wrong side of the road. Clones, drones, automatons, Autobots that they throw at your ass to stop you from goddamn continuously birthing the awakening. Cause you are your own universe, so that means when you access your universe to create change on the planet, then the planet gets absorbed into your universe and alter the timelines, and the timelines get altered. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, this shit real, y'all. This shit real. So there you go. So now, let me take a deep breath. How about we get into this activation spell? It's called the Windu and Kunda Bloodline Activation Spell. Now, how do you know you are a Jedi? All your life you watched Star Wars and you've loved that shit. Even so much so that you adopted the language of Star Wars, the Force. You see what I'm saying? And you just couldn't help yourself because it spoke to you in ways it didn't speak to everybody else. Now, you got many star seeds on the planet, but not everybody is connected with the Force in their way. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody's a Jedi. You see what I'm saying? Or a Sith. See what I'm saying? You got many different beings down here, dragons, all that shit, but not everybody's a Jedi. Only certain beings down here has the Force. See what I'm saying? And here to carry the Jedi lineage. They don't make the other beings on the planet any less powerful. It just, in this case, it's a specialty. It's a special field. Being a Jedi is a special field. Like being a mechanic is a special field. Like being a hunter is a special field. Like being a cook is a special field. You see what I'm saying? But in this particular case, we're dealing with the Jedi energy, the Force. You see what I'm saying? So let us begin. Let us begin. Windu and Kunda Bloodline Activation Spell. Check this out. You are the Fire of Hope. You are the River of Fate. You are the Winds of Change. You are the Rock Solid Warriors. You are nature. You are soul. You are the source. Now close your eyes, breathe, and tap into your ancient genetic memories and awaken the Force within. So the new Jedi within you can burst forth with divine purpose. Your objective is to bring balance to yourselves, the world, and the universe at large. You are the chosen ones. So go and become the masters of the omniverse and grand representatives of the all. Sincerely, the Windus and the Kundas. One more time. Windu and Kunda Bloodline Activation Spell. You are the Fire of Hope. You are the Rivers of Fate. You are the Winds of Change. You are the Rock Solid Warriors. You are nature. You are soul. You are the source. Now close your eyes, breathe, and tap into your ancient genetic memories and awaken the force within. So the new Jedi within you can burst forth with divine purpose. Your objective is to bring balance to yourselves, the world, and the universe at large. You are the chosen ones. So go and become the masters of the universe and grand representatives of the all. Sincerely, the Windus and the Kundas. So there you go. There you go. So if you felt that, you feel that energy awakening inside of you, then you're a Jedi. So get on it. Time to tap into your force. You need it now more than ever. Make sure I hit everything. Yep. Yep. So yeah, you got the Windus, Mace Windu, the magical champion protector. You got Junda, the advanced natural sage, or supernatural sage in this case, the advanced supernatural sage. So if you felt something, if you feel something here in that heart chakra after hearing that Windu and Kunda bloodline activation spell, you are a Jedi and you have been touched by the Force. You see what I'm saying? You have been touched by the Force. See what I'm saying? You are a living Jedi, an heir of the Force. At this time, chosen to bring change and bring balance to the Force, the source, yourself, and the world, and the universe. So there y'all go. There y'all go. That pretty much wraps up this particular lecture. This pretty much wraps up this particular lecture. Let's see where we at. I'll take questions now. I will take questions now. Then you say this like, oh, it's gonna get saved. You best believe that. Jevin, I felt the heavy energy. I felt it in my legs. Oh yeah, you a Jedi then, cuz. You feeling it. Your chill, hard margin on love, you're just protected. Right. You are your own protection. You are your own force. You are the force. You see what I'm saying? You are the source. You are the glow. You just have to realize it. Once you realize that you're protected due to you being a highly advanced spiritual warrior, soul guardian, soul protector of this planet, then yeah. You step into your power hard then. Jim, I had a dream they threw a truck at me from the sky and tried to paralyze me so I can get hit, but moved out the way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they throwing cars at you now. That's how serious it is. They throwing their clones in cars. They fucking Autobots. They Simbots. They walk-ins. Whatever the fuck you want to call them. Archons. Shit, orcs, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Goblins, ghouls. List goes on. Insectoids. Everybody possessing these empty shells. You see what I'm saying? They throwing them at you now. You see what I'm saying? So. Yep, you are a Jedi. Yeah, Winston warring with wind energy, Woodward warring with earth energy. So there you go. Any questions before I get up out of here? We said, Javen, okay, now all over. Oh, yeah, that's the Force Awakening inside of you, then, Cook. You can holler at me about it if you want to talk about it later. Any questions before I get up out of here? There you go. I'm the master of fifth and high dimensional realms and Kundalini energy. Yep. You are the master. Now you the master of all realms. The all. Masters of the omniverse. Like they said, the pleroma, the primordial. The all, baby. I had brain surgery. Marvin Jones, Chiari, malformation. Syringomelia, which deals with the spine. And yet you still here. Tell me how I catch you. You're still here because you're supposed to be here. No other reason. And you awaken. Top it off. Javin, I'll hit you up later. Alright. Alright. Well, y'all have no other questions. I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all put the word out. Share this with your friends. And I'm out. Peace.